are actually moving.
They're halfway across the country. You know, that was tough. Oh, really, Henry? We're about to relocate again, bro?
To honor our history. I'm not gonna lie.
That's disgusting.
I'm a little chilled. Ow. So they gave me a new heater, right? They set me up a new heater here. And I used to like it before when you didn't have to click all these buttons. Now you got to click all these buttons. So, making myself a little hot tea. A little hot tea in here. That's going to be okay. A little hot tea with a little honey. It's a little chilly tonight. It's going to wait for somebody to come on, but it looks like I'm being blocked. So I'm not attracting any traffic here.
How's your share of heaven looking?
Tapping into what is called the 1,000 years of peace in the Bible. The whole earth is going to be totally different. And there's going to be many left behind. Just like the Bible says, many are left behind. Because they can't change their frequency and vibration quick enough to move with it. They have to be working on it now, or you're not going to move. You'll be stuck with the old earth. The ones that are deep into the negativity, they said they will be allowed to live out their lives on the old earth. But when they die, they will not come back to the new earth because the new earth will have no negativity. They will be sent to another planet that is still experiencing negativity so they can work it out. Some of them, there's just no hope for them because it's gone too far. They're too loaded down, steeped with all of these karma from past lives, and they can't get out of it.
So that's Dolores Cannon talking, right? So I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if I brought it in with me, and it's Rubik's Cube. We're
we're only one here. I don't know if I want to begin yet just with one person, because what I do is a whole package, and when you come in a little bit late, so I'm going to explain what I do, and I'm going to write it down, even though I've did it 1,000 times. The alphabet, as you know it, the basic alphabet, is A1 and then Z26. Now, to complicate things, right, then it says sometimes Y. Now, there might be a reason for sometimes Y, and that reason might be over here. Hold on a second, I'm going to show it to you. That reason might be over here. Okay, do you see what's going on over here? Okay, so now if you take a look at the bottom, you're going to see a Y at the bottom, right? But if you recenter your 26 letters of the alphabet inside this grid, if you see to the left, you notice to the right looks like aliens, right? I didn't make this stuff up. I don't like this top one over here, right? Because it's just mishkabibble, a little bit of everything in there. But this one over here is pretty much exact, right? So what you see over here where my arrow is 1, then the yellow dot 2, and then 3. This will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. This Y over here is 14. Then over here it's 16, 18, 19, 21, and 23. The X is 23, the Y is 14. 2 and 3, 5, 1 and 4, 5. Then when you come down over here, 25, 27, 30, 32, 34, 36. So when you have 32 over here in the Y, you have 23 in the X. So these two, this X and Y, have the same numbers, not this one over here. This comes off the roulette board. I had a little visitor. Okay, my heater's working. Okay, I just checked out to put on my heater. This is my putty cat. Say hi, putty cat. You want to sit there? You want to sit behind me? You're a good girl. You a good girl? Yeah? Is that where you want to be? Okay, I think she just wants to sit behind me. Another thing about the cube, right, that here and here is just a different way to look at things. What you're seeing over here, what you're observing, is what I put together. Take it as you'd like to take it. We have somebody else that just showed up. So I'm still waiting for a few more people to show up. Right now I'm just going to show off some pictures. If there's a picture you like, maybe I should put a number on the picture. This and this are basically the same thing. What you hear is when you reach the 7, right over here. Let me see if I can take a screenshot of this. Can I take a screenshot of this? Let me see. No. So I can't take a screenshot, so I'm going to explain to you what this is. The alphabet, okay, A, can you see my arrow? I don't see anybody commenting, so if you can see my arrow. Right, A, C, E, G. H, over here is, hold on a second, H, I, J, right, J is over here in the 3rd position. And then M is over here, N is over here. 66 is going to show up over here in this position. 66 shows up in this position. And the other 6 shows up in this position, right? It covers over the 9. So your 69 comes in where 575 comes in, right? EGE or EEG, whichever way you want to look at it. The 8 will come in between this area here. Let me see if I have it up in my, let me see if I have it over here. No, I don't. I'm gonna scale it out and then put it up on the screen. Okay. I'm gonna put it in black with a solid. Okay, so I have it over here, and I'm gonna try and make it on my screen just so I can show you. I'm building it on the screen. I want to build it on the screen, and then I'm going to show it to you, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to transparent and select and copy and paste, right? So I have one here, and then I have another one here, right? And then I have another one here. We're just going to put it off the board, right? Then we're going to do paste here. In fact, I should have did this board a little bit bigger, right? I didn't want to take away this. I want to show you something about this after, but first I'm going to show you, just give me a second. First I'm going to show you this. Let me do it again, all right? So we have this here. So we have that. Then we have 1, 2. I'm not sure if you can see this. Are you able to see what I'm showing you? Yes. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm showing you. So sorry about that. Right? So yeah, I'm going to show you what it is. So I got another one here. We've got another one over here. Then we are going to, just going to mirror this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste. So I have this over here, right? Now what happens in this, now that I'm all alone and there's absolutely nobody here watching my video, it's like seems like there's absolutely no use in advancing that nobody showed up, right? So I've been doing this 100 times, so I already know what it is. And for somebody else to come see a video that I've already done serves absolutely no bearing at all. So maybe I'm going to wait another couple of minutes before I begin. It's already after midnight. I'm going to just check on one of my pieces over here. Okay, there's nobody here. So let's see if I can do this TikTok here live. See if I can go live over here. Right, nobody's showing up here. I'm ending this stream. Yeah, this is no good for me. Oh no, not yet. I'm not going to end the stream. I'm trying to go live on TikTok. So if I can get on TikTok live, I'm going to end this screen that I'm on right now. Live studio. Download for Windows. I had it, I took it off. Okay, it's going to take 1 minute because there's nobody here. It serves no purpose. Right, I'm going to go ahead and check my YouTube channel and see if anybody got on over there. So there's absolutely nobody watching now. If there's somebody here, maybe I'll continue it. Saturn square sun cube. I'm having a ton of trouble with my mouse. It won't let me do anything on any of my pages. Right? When I click, oh, it did. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It's not letting me do, let me see, can I write here? Hey, how you doing? You know, I'm not sure if I should stay up here, just me and you. You've seen what I've already put up here. If you want, I can show it to you. Let me go up on this over here. Now that you're here, let's see if this is something new for you. Okay, so I'm going to stick around. I was going to go on to a TikTok, in which when I was on last week, there were a lot of people, well, in and out. And when I went on the other day, there was nobody. You can see in the picture over here, here's an old picture of me right over here. But anyways, yes, so I'm going to put the screen on. How do I present, share the screen? Share screen works best. Share screen. I have to see which screen they're going to let me share. They're not letting me do anything. Let me see this again. Hold on a second. Present, extra camera, slides, video slides, share screen. Okay. Okay. It won't let me share my screen now. I don't know why. It's just not letting me do anything. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around and just show you what I was showing you over here, right? So what happens over here, right, is I'm going to paste that. Well, I don't want to paste that. I just want to make, I want them to be the same size, right? So I'm going to do that. And I just found out something new tonight, which has been a long time, and it's this over here. 26, 31, and 23 is 54, right? 8 and 15 is 23, 33, 43, and 6 is 49, and 5 equaling to 54, right? 6, 11, and 26, right? 5, 18, 31, 38, 44. 6, 11, 24, 37, 42. Hold on a second. I think I might have made a mistake. 26 and 10 is 36. It's 42. So in this one, they're talking about the cat's gait. This is what is man, this is what is woman. The difference between the two, right, is only the FE and the HO. The next level of star math will bring this over to 6 and 5. This is man in French, and this is woman. You notice 8 and 6, dividing of the gait? Well, it shows in French that the female is the 6 and the male is the 8. But in English, it's man and woman. And there's a lot of terms, so we have to go over all the terms. So man would be the 13, right? And you see am as in soul. And the woman, okay, is number 23. See that one level up? This will create a 7. This will create 11. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to what is 5 and 6 equals 11. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 will be in 3 and 4 equals to what is 7. This is going to be an 8. That's going to be a 6. We already know what our 7s are. The other 7s are 5 and 2 and 1 and 6, right? The other 7s are 1 and 6, 2 and 5. And then there's 8 and 8. And then there's 9 and 7. The other 11s are 2 and 9, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, 5 and 6, 4 and 7. These are my 11s. These are my 7s. 9 is on every face, but there's only one gateway, and the 7 resides with the 2. Have you ever seen this one before? Do you understand what's going on here? Anyways, we're going to get back up to this screen over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this and put it over here. But I want to change, I want to do something with this, and just give me a second. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put that here, right? And that area over here, and we're going to create another one, right? And that area, we're going to put 2 like this, right? And these, I think I'm going to draw because it's going to be easier. This one and this one, right, are both number 6. They're both number 6. They're both number 6, both of them. The top one, right, over here, is the seventh area. This one over here, right? This is number 5. And this is number 5. Maybe we can change it and just put it in yellow, right? Well, I didn't like that in yellow. So you can see, maybe I'm going to change a color. Right, just change the color of the box. You couldn't see it before, you can see it now. So 575. Now, what we're going to do next, right, is we're going to take another box, and it's going to go, this box is going to go right over here. This box here, right? So you can see that this box here is going to be touching both 6 and 6 and 7 and then this empty space over here. That empty space is we're going to put another cube inside of here, right? And what we're going to do also is when I move this cube, it's going to move up right over here. And that cube, okay, is going to be, whoop, hold on a second. And that cube, you got it right. Whoop, whoa. Okay, because they're making me, for some reason, my computers never work like this. I got to double click things and triple click things. Well, this cube over here is the 9, right? So now I'm going to show you something else. So you can see the 8 went over this, over the 7, over the 6, and here's the 9. So you have 9 in between 5, 8 in between 6, and you have 7 to the core. 7, 8, 9. Are we doing okay here, Cynthia? Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. Right? And we did this before. We've done it 100 times. When you have 6 and 3, 9, you have 4 and 1. The reverse cube, 2 cubes, remember. First there's 1 cube, then there's 2 cubes. How does a cube come to be? Mars, okay, and we can reverse this. We can say it's Earth, right? Whatever I say is Mars can be Earth. Whatever I say is Earth can be Mars. But as I'm going through this, so far everything over the past couple of years keep telling me that Mars is 22. The word go is 22. The 22nd letter in the alphabet is a V. The reverse is E. We live in the E world. Now, we're going to go on a little bit more because there's a lot of numbers. Is it the first 9? Is it the first 18? Is it the first 27, 36, 45, 54? How many numbers do we go? Where do we take just the 26 letters in the alphabet? Where do we put it? Right? Where do we put it? Why don't we set it up against 36 numbers? If I set it up between 36 numbers, a reverse cube on a blank die. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to partially do that, okay? You want to do that? Let's do that right now. But you're talking about a reverse cube, or are you talking about, let me show you this. Right? First of all, I wanted to show you that you have 6 and 3, right? And then you have, boom, 5. Now we have 4 and 5, and boom, 2 and 3. So you can see that 9 and 5 fit in the same area. If I was to take my next cube, right, my next cube over here, right, and put this cube over here, this area, and then put another cube over here in this area, right? This one is going to be 11. This one is going to be 13. So if we ask ourselves what's going on, we can see that between over here, what is 1, and over here, right, The 1 fits over here. Over here, it's the 3. And then over here, it's the 3. So you can see now, if the 3 is over there, where 11 is, so we're going to have to go to the cube, right, and show ourselves 6 and 5 equals to 11. 6 and 5 equals to 11. 1 and 2 equals to 3. 9 and 5. 9 and 5. 9 and 5. So we got that done. 6 and 8. 8. 8 where the 6 is. 8 where the 6 is. 7 is down the lever. 7, 9, 11, 13. Take out the calculator and move it like the rook. We're going to move this like the rook. We're going to go all around it. The rook is 2 in 1 movement. So we start at the 1. We go up 2, 1 over. We connect 9. We go to the 4. 1 up, 2 over. We got 13. 1 and 3 is 4. We take it. We go 2 over, 1 down. We have 13. So I have 13, 13. M and M come together. Then we take it from the 8th position. 1 over, 2 down. We have 11. We have K. We got 9, 2 down, 1 over. We have KK together. How many words have KK together? Hardly any. And remember what numbers we used it with. Have we spoke about the tennis? So you can see down and 2 over is 7. Here and 2 over and up is 7. Then we go 2 over 1 and up 2 is 9. We go up 2 and over 1 is 9. So we go 9, 9, 13, 13, 11, 11, 11, 11, 7, 7. So we're going to do it again. This is what we're going to do, right? We're going to start at 1. We're going to go 1 and 8 equals to 9. Then we're going to go 4 and 9 equals to 13. Then we're going to go 7 and 6 equals to 13. Then we're going to go 8 and 3 equals to 11. Just 1 second. Wow, I thought you said dark. I thought you said dark. I don't know what happened. Yeah, my nephews went to New York. Okay, so we went 8 down 2, wait, over 1, down 2, 8 with 3. 9. We have 9 and down 2 over 1, 2 equals to 11. We go 6, 6 plus down 1 over 2, 1 equals to 7. We go 3 down 2 up 1. And 4 equals to 7. We go 2 over 1 up 2. 7 equals to 9. Right? And then we go 1 plus 8 is 9. So this is the order that it goes in. 4, 4, 2, 2, 7, 7, 9, 9. That's the order. So if we start over here, we double up. We start over here, it's a double up. We start here, it's a double up. We start here, it's a double up. So we have to start on 2 in order to know about the double ups. We either start on 2, or we start on 6, or we start on 8, or we start on 4. We don't start on any of the other ones. We don't start on 1. If we do, we end up only doing this once. Here we do it twice, twice, twice. So we either start here. You see what happened to the, right. So we either start here, or we start here, or we start here. I mean, if you want to do the singles, that's fine, but this is what makes more sense to me when we do it this way. And then in each one of the realms, we end up with 4 and 4 equals to 8. And then we have 2 and 2 equals to 4. 7 and 7 equals to 14.5. 1 and 4 equals to 5. And 9 and 9 equals to 18 and 9. So we can see we're moving everything between here and here, 5 and 9. the 6 and 8 inside the house of the 7th gate moves right over here. 32 and 14, 32 is the pig, 32 is the ram, 32 is BC in the house of, remember, it's A, B, C, D. This is our base. You see our base here? Here's our base. Okay, and what you do is 1, 2, 3, 4 is your A, B, C, D, right? Your invert to this, okay, can be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can also do this right as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can also be done right as just give me a second, as 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I think it can also be done, I'm not really sure, I never did it this way before. Okay, if I have to look at this properly. I think can be done as, I'm not really sure which way to start this. If I start it at 5, or do I start it at 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Or you could put the 5 in there, whichever one, because we're going forward. Here we reached a 5, here I reached a 1. But no matter what we do, and did I get this right? Let me see if I got this right. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 8, that's 8. This is 15. Okay, so this is 5, this is 7, this is 7, this is 7. In the original marker, it's 7, 7, 7, 13, 13, 13. So it's 21 and 39 in the original marker of this one. Do you follow what I'm saying? With that, meaning when I connect the bottom, the lower house and the upper house, and you see the difference is 18. When I work this one over here, okay, wait, is it this one here? No, this one over here, right? You end up with 7, 7, and 5. Energy, matter, the moon, Christ. This one is angels, 10. This one is related to the cube, related to blackjack. This was going to be related to Saturn and the movement of everything. 13 is what, you see the 7 and the 13, right? 7 by 13 is 91. In the deck of cards, there are 13 cards. When you add them up, equals to 91. The average is 7. There are 4 suits, equals 364, which is equivalent to 13 moons by 28 days. So right now we didn't see anything different in this video that I've done before. We've seen what happens over here, that in the dice cube, it doesn't go any lower than this one over here. How do I get this one here? How did I get 3? So the only thing I show there, right, is when I show you 1 and 1, right, the most I get is 12. So how would that work, right? It's almost like I have to stop my 12. There is no 13. I went down by 2s in every single one, but there is no 13. It's an actual 12. It's a 1, 12, 1 equaling to 13. So I have to understand, because it's the only one, right? It's the only one that doesn't match up in this piece over here. So I'm going to, then I was looking at this. I don't know if I showed you this. Somebody else did this. So I was looking at this. So if I just want to go over this for 2 seconds, since we're the only, are we the only 2 here? The pig and the ram, both number 32. I just want to see something over here in this. So in this circle, Okay, I'm gonna have to, no fill, right? We're gonna do this here, 1 second. So I want to just do something for this. I want to see what we can do with this. I know I'm jumping a little all over the place. But we started just as me and you, so I just want to see what happens. So we put a circle here, and then we put another circle here. And then what we have to understand is that we need to pick a point to put another circle, right? And that would be, my point would be right over here. So I would take out, just give me a second. I'm trying to see where my, so I would take out this and point here and make another circle and then another circle to find out where it comes out. But I'm not going to be precise with this. I'm going to be close, right? That I think it's about here, that circle. See the way we can grab the sun with that inside of it? And then we would take it, we would draw the second circle, which would go up over here. So you can see exactly what's going on, that the sun is inside of all these areas. You can also see that if I draw a line straight down here through this, you see this is not right over here. I don't think it's proper, it's straight. Is it straight from the point of the pyramid? Right? And you can see the way the football is standing up in this area. The other football, is there any other footballs in here? Right? The only football is here. Would you call it the cat's eye? This is an obligation, right? The only other thing I could have did in here is remove, right? Is to understand how do I do that other circle? Hold on a second. Whoa. Yeah, how do I do that other circle? Okay, I had this circle here, right? Oh, if I went over, if I did it on this, I would have to put a circle over here. But I can't make this. It's easier to make circles. And then once I have circles, I find the center over here, right? And I just keep finding the centers, right? There's a marked spot over here, so I can drop that over this, right? And then every time I have a cut, I can make another circle here, 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 and I can draw lines. I can connect them where X marks the spot. I can draw my lines. But anyways, for anybody who's just showed up, I'm just going to show you over here what I've already showed, but I'm going to do it again. Right? 1, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 1. What this is the 2, 4, 6, 8 is what connects each one of these. Now, when you connect the 6, 5, and 7, 7 and 5 connected with 66, then you come down here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And as you come down, right, each level, we're moving by 2, so it'll be 7, 9, 11, 13. So as I showed before, when we get to the 6th level, the joint level, right, we see 4 and 2, 6, we see 4 and 2, 6. We need 8 to show up with 6, and 8 shows up. Then what we're going to do is we're going to show 5 and 3, 8, 5 and 3, 8, see that? And then we get 4 and 2, 6. Did we do that one already? Or we're going to show 3 and 3, 6 to 4 and 4, 8. All right? And just to note that just because you saw 3 and 3 equaling to 6, and you saw 4 and 4 equals to 8, what about the multiplication equals to 16 equals to 9, and 6 equals to 15, 16 and 8 equals to 24. Do you see how the opposites on these dice, right? 1 and 5 equals to 6, 2 and 4. Whoop. 2 and 4 equals to 6. And we can do that with the whole dice, right? We have 6 and 2 equaling to 8. We have 1 and 5 equaling to 6. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 8 equals to 20. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, right, equals to 5 equals to 11. 2 plus 0 equals to 2. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. This is Rubik's Cube, Saturn square. Okay, then we're going to go on. We did this one, we did this one, we did this one. That's it. Those are all the 6s and 8s, right? This is the 6, this is the 8, this is the 6, this is the 8. Do I have any other ones? What is the, I did the 5 and 1. I did the 4 and 2. No, I didn't do the 4 and 2, 5 and 3. So the 4 and 2 equals to 6. The 5 and 3 equals to 8, and 15 equals to 23. The 6 and 8 equals to 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. 2 and 3 equals to 5. Now you tell me if this is perfect or not. Next one, what we're going to go on to. Your work is very good, Cynthia. Hi, Tammy. How you doing? Yay, we're 2 people or maybe none because it shows none. Then we're going to go on to the next level of this. What we're going to do is we're going to do the 5 and the 3, right, which is going to be 4 and 6. And since we have the 5 and 3, which will be the 4 and 6, we're going to do the, this is the void, and this is the dot. We're going to do the 4 and 2 dots to what is the 5 and 7 void. And then we're going to do the 6 and 2 dot will be the 3 and 7 void. So when you look at this, you can see that we have here, right, we have 6 and we have 12. We have 8 and we have 10. We have 6 and we have 12. We have 8 and we have 10. 8, 1, 6, 3, 8, 1, 6, 3. These two pair up, and then these two pair up. What they're saying right now, I don't know. I can tell you this is creation at the gateway. Life coming into the 8 heaven, right? 8. 8 goes into 8. Gold, silver, bronze. Yes, we're coming together, Tammy, one step at a time. One step at a time. It says there's nobody here, so is anybody here? Or let me see. So, you know what's funny? It shows me that there's one watching, only me. So I don't know if anybody's still here. So I'm going to continue on this video, right? And now what you got is 10. Now 4 by 6 is 24 plus 10 equals to 34. 5 by 7 is 35. Okay, plus 12 equals to 47. 21 plus 10 equals to 31. 48, right? 4 and 8, right? 4 and 8 equals to 32, equals to 44. Now, where is the opposites of each one, right? This one becomes, where did we get that? This is going to be 12 equaling to 20. This is going to be 6 and 5 equals to 11. This one is going to be 6 and 8 equals to 14. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, right? This one's going to be 8 and 15 equals to 23. Now we're going to match them up. So we saw the we're going to see where the some of these pencils 15 years, you know. Some yes, some no. This one and this one come together, right? The 6 and 2, right, comes together with the 5 and 1, right? And then we have the so what we have over here now is, I want to see if I can, this one over here and this one over here are the dots. This is the reverse, this is the reverse, this is the reverse. When they're reversed, 2 and 3, 5, 1 and 4, 5. When these two are reversed, 2 plus 0, 2, 1 plus 1, 2. When these two are reversed, 1 and 5, 6, 2 and 4, 6. If we had to bring these into the house, right, this one over here, it would be B and C and W, but I don't want to work, we can work with either the basics or the final result. It would be BCE, and this one would be ADE, and then this one would be T and B, and this one would be K and B, and this one would be F and O, and this one will be X and F. 4 and 2 is 6, 24th letter X. 1 and 5 is the 15th letter, 1 and 5 is 6. 11K, 1 and 1 is 2. Now the next level of this is going to be the reverse, right? The reverse of X is C20, is C, C3. The reverse of O is L12. The reverse of 11 is P16. The reverse of 2, right, 20, is going to be G7. The reverse of 14 is going to be M13. The reverse of 23 is going to be D. Hold on a second. I didn't want to put that right. This can be seen also as the W. You see, because some of them can't and some of them could, right? So this one over here is the T, but in the B house. This is W, but it's BC to make up for it. The reverse of that is D, D4. Okay. Also to note, the reverse alphabet is, the reverse, the beginning of A, B, C, D, where things turn into a new cycle as 1 and 2 and 3 equals to 6. When we add 4, it equals to 10. We start over at 1. So things separate between here and here. This separation shows up at 3.5, which is the heart of this cube. And there's 3 sides to it. So 3 times 3.5 equals to 105. Or let's say JE or EA. And then we're going to say it, look at it, and then put the F letter. A1, the 10th letter is J, the 5th letter is E. If you want to look at the houses they're in, right, the 5th house is NEW, the 5th house. The 2nd house is BKT. Over here in the 6th house is FOX. There's a lot going on here because now we have the reverse of what is 6 is 8. So when we count to 8, did we get 8 anywhere? See that 8 over here, right? When we get to 8, it's H, Q, and Z. It just so happens that H8, Q17, and Z26, right? 1 and 7, 8, 2 and 6, 8, 8. The total of this is 51. The word puck is number 51, 3 by 17 prime. And how about this word for 51? And it's Mars. Mars on the third level is 51. And we know that 17 is prime, right? 17 is prime, but Mars is over here. It moves from the 7th over to the first area. Moves from here over to here. These are my prime numbers. I was just going over something to do with my prime numbers. So now what we have is when we have this void over here, although this one does not match, the void does not match, unlike that the dots do match. So what we're going to get is this one over here, and I'm going to do it to a single digit. 8 and 4 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 3 and 5 is 8. These are in the void. I'm going to try and maybe put them in like this. By the way, 3 and 8 is 11, and it's monkey, right? Here's the void 44, call that an 8. Right? Did I get that right? 1 and 2 is 12, 6 and 6, 5 and 5, right? And then in that's the dot. That's the void, void, void. Here's the void, 3 and 1 is 4, right? I'm going to get that up. Whoa. Is that 4 or 14? What was that? Yeah, that was 4. That was 4. And then this void is 47. So this void, right, is going to be 2. And then the last void is going to be 7. So let me see if I can get another color out of here. These 6 and 2 goes with the 5 and 1. Okay, so now let's see. So now when we look at all of these, this one over here has a leftover 8. 8 fits with the 1. 8 fits with the 1, meaning that there's 1 dot in the center, 8 go around. 3 dots, I'm missing 6. Or how about the 6 dots? I'm missing 3. So we can see that between these two over here, right, between this one over here, the opposite cube, the void is 11. When we see the opposite here, cube, the void is 12. And we see the opposite cube here, the void is 9. Let's see, this will equal to 81 Venus. This one will equal to 75, which is the electric moon. And this one over here will equal to 83, and that's monkey. So we have monkey, the electric moon, and over here we have Venus, or 9 times 9, created from Jupiter. The numeric value for 13 and Jupiter is both 99. So you can see what happened here. Are you confused right now? Because I know it's confusing. I know it's not easy to follow, right? Now, what I want to show you is there's a dot in the center, there's a dot in the center, there's a 5 in the center. So you can see the 5 over this, leaving 4 empty. So if you want, we can take this little cube here, right, and show you that this is empty. This is what it's going to look like, the empty spots. Now look at the angle. Look at the angle we get from the empty spots. The queen is on an angle. The queen's hat is on an angle. This is a 45-degree angle, and everything counts by 1. I will explain it to you, right? Now we're going to go to the 6. If we went to the 6, we're missing the 3 down the center, or the 3 across. There's 2 ways to put this 6. I look at everything from this angle. When it's on this angle, the 5 is on top, but please, these are amateur dice. These are not professional dice. So I have to make sure, because I know there's an error with the dice. I want to show you what that error is, or sorry, not error, difference, all right? I want to show you there's a difference. 1 second. Let's see if I got this right. So these two are okay so far. Let me see, but the 4 is up. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. I had one today that wasn't conform with the other ones. Okay, that's good. Let me get this one here. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is not, you see the wait, oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. So I can't find that dice that was not conformed today. No, I haven't found the dice that was not conformed. But what I will show you while we're down here is, I like to call it, here is the 2 cubed, right? The 2 cubed gives me 8 pieces. Let's just move the page over, right? See, we talked about this. You know, you can find on the ATM, right, the Q and the Z on the ATM. 1 and 7 equals to 8, 2 and 6 equals to 8. Because it's a gateway. It's going to represent the queen. 7 and 8, 12 and 8, equaling to what is 15, equaling to what is 20. Now that you're going to find on your dice cube, 1 through 5, 2 through 6. Add 1 through 5, it equals to 15. Add 2 through 6, it equals to 20. The total is 35. The heart of this cube is 3.5. Let's mark 35. Now 28 plus 7 equals to 35, or 8 times, okay, 3.5, and then 2 times 3.5, equaling to 7, equaling to 28. That runs the cycle. 1.25 times 28 equals to 35. Very important, that number. 1.25 times 28 equals to 35. It's a very important number. We also find this number at 512, right? GB. I don't like that I scratched it like that. Right? Is that gigabytes? GB, or is it bill? You know, bill. Right? Bill Gates, right? G-E-I-G-H-T-S. This is found in the number 1, okay? And it used to be PQRS, okay? Found on the number 7, right? In which the total here was 70. When the Q gets removed, it now becomes 53. On the 9 key, right, it's WXYZ. When the Z gets removed, it goes from 98 to 72. So what we once had, right, as 7 and 8, we now have as 9 and 8. Everything ended here, but once we removed it and put it onto the 1, we now lost control, and now the 1 is in control, right? These two will be 2 cubed and 3 squared. They'll also create the H and the I, the window, the 2x2 window to Mars. Ape. The cube, as we noted before, right, did we note before, is that when you have the void, right, when we have the void, we only did 6 and 8, right, but when you do the cube, right, the 1 and 6 equaling to 7, right? You have the 8 and 3 equaling to 11. How do you get that? Well, let's look at this cube over here, right? Right? We have the 1 dot, but we're missing everything around. What, right? We're missing, you see that? We're missing 8, so it's 1 and 8. And then when we go to the 6, right, you can see that we're missing the center. So the 6 and 1 are opposite, so therefore these are opposite, right? I want to see if, okay. So then we do, what we're going to do next is we got the 2. So if we look at the 2, we notice, look at that, the headless horseman, there is no, the 7th gate is in between, right? So you notice we took off the 2 corners. This is what the 2 looks like, an arrow. So we have 2 and then we have 7 dots. So we take the 2, right, and the 5 equals to what is 7, that the 2 void is the 7. And now if we go to the 5 void, right, we end up with the 4 equals to 11. So now we're going to take the 3, right, and the opposite is the 4, equaling to 7. And we know that on the 3, right, we're going to miss these 3 here and these 3 here. We're going to have 6. And when we have the 4 over here, right, we're missing these 4 over here. Sorry, we're missing these 5 over here. We're missing 5 here. Let me show you again. Whoop, I think I used them all up. We're missing with the 4, we're missing this, the 5, right, on this angle. The 5 on this angle, right? You see the way we connect these together? It's going to create the, I'm not going to get into the artwork yet, because the artwork is going to tell you another story. And that we have 11. So now we have the cube as 7, 7, 7, 11, 11, 11. When you add it, it equals to 33. When you multiply it, it equals to 1331. It can also say this as well. It's going to say this, but it'll also say this. 3, 6 will come back into 6. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 will be 6 and 9 equals to 15. 1 and 5 equals to 6. The AE world coming together. The 777 equals to 343. Back to a 7 again. Right? The thing about this is if you add up the 7 to 21, it equals to 364. That's how many days there are for the 13 moons. Yeah, I don't like to say it, but I think these come from CHINA. And for the English people saying China, here in the French land, it says machine. I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but la Chine, machine, soul, machine. The word machine or China says the soul of the machine. CHINE. Now, I don't want to get into that. I'm a little bit tired. I haven't done much work on words and names, but when you put the CH together, that is your 3 and your 8. Your 3 and your 8, your 3 is in your alpha position, your 8H is in your beta position, the heavens position. Also the beginning of church is with that. It creates an 11. That's the church part. The church creates the half-life, the 1 and the 6 on the cube. There was something I missed mentioning. Yes, no, yes, no. The word yo or boy, the 512, yes, the 512. Okay, 51 is Mars. 52 is Earth. The 1 and 2 is the base creation. The 1 and 2 is the base creation of 11. So you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. 1 and 2 equals to 3, and you're going to have 6 and 5 equals to 11. So you're going to have 1 and 2 equals to 3, and then you're going to have 6 and 5 equals to 11, right? That's one of the ways to do it. Otherwise, you're going to work with the void. There's with the dots. 1 and 2 is with the dots. The other way around is the void. Our movement on this planet, right? 1 to 4, 3 over to 7, 3. 2 to 5, 3 over to 8, 3. 3 to 6, 3 over to 9, 3. We're moving this way, it's all by ones. We move this way, it's by fours. We move this way, it's by twos. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 plus 4 plus 4. 2 plus 4, 4 plus 4. 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So you can see this is the story. This is our guidance. This has to be put over the house of Kaaba. This is the face of your cube. You have 9 on top, you have 12 around. If you went to Rubik's Cube, you will have 12 around. Do you see this? 3 on the top, 6, 9, 12, and 9 on top. You have your 21 up, you have your 21 down. But you do not have 21 in the center, you only have a 12 center. So it's 21, 12, 21. 3, 3, 3. It's from L over to U. So the U reverse, the L reverse is O. The L12 reverses O15. The U21 reverses F6. So if you want to know what it is, it says foul, like in a foul ball. You can also say it's the wolf. 36, 46, 48, 54, the same numeric value as love and the sun. The ironic thing about the word love is it's 3, 6, 4, and 5. We don't need 1 and 2. 1 and 2 doesn't duplicate. These are duplicate letters. These are all duplicate letters, and they live in their own realm. 6 and 3, 4 and 5. If you want to use this word, I have 15 pens. Here's my 15 pens. I have 15 pens, right? And then over here, this one is number 63, and this one, okay, over here, this one is 63, and this one is 54. And this one over here, 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 is 49. 4, 9, 13, 1 is 3 is 4. 7 plus 7 equals to 14. It equals to 63. And what's funny, it's 5 and 4. 1 and 4, 5. 4 and 9, 13. 1 and 3, 4. All 13s turn into 4. They all become the mirror of creation. All 12s become 3. 12 mirrors 13. Earth and Mars into the E world. This is going to turn into a 5. This is going to turn into a 7. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will be 3 and 2, 5. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 will be 3 and 4. So the BC communication, female, okay, runs through the 3 and 4, Earth and Mars, through the moon, 57. 57 moon, 57 birth, 75 electric, 5775 coming out of here. 2015 was the year 5775, where there were 75,075 moons. The reduction of 57 will reduce to 47, and then it will be reduced to 39. This is to the positive side. There's also to the negative side. I'm not going to do the negative side right now. Right? It reduces it by multiplying and adding. 5 by 7, 5 plus 7. Time, bull, beast, walk. You do this one, 4 by 7, 4 plus 7, it equals to this, 28 and 11. Angel, 10. All your 13s and your 31s. 13 and 31 and 13, 31 and 13 and 31, 57, 75. Or 19 and 25. I like to break everything down, dividing it by 3 to see what the answer is, or 4 into the mirror world. 3 and 4 playing in the E world. 44 is noted to be teen or space. Equals to 44. Space, 44. Okay, it divides night and day. I'm not sure if we went over that yet. I just want to see one thing over here. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me have a sip of my tea. Mars has 2 moons, Phobos, Phobia, Deimos, demons. Luna, anal, annul is to cancel. What was I looking for? What was I talking about before I did that? Just 1 second. I want to see what I was talking about before I did that. Fox headquarters, 68, big 6 and 8. What was I doing? What was I doing? Wow. If you want to see, never use all the lines. Like over here, you can connect with all your lines, but when you only use two, right? 2 of the possible 3, you can create 3 different pieces, connecting 639 with 147, 147 with 258, and then 369 with 285, and it rotates. This is how it shows its rotation. Right? We have separation over here, 2 into 1 into 1 into 2, and it keeps on going. And then we have the divided gates between Pluto and Mars, the 4th and the 9th finger, right? Remember, if you're using one hand, this is number 3, and number 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, depending which way. So it can also be number 3. Using 2 hands, it can be 3 or 8. Using a foot, a hand and another hand, it can be 3, it can be 8, and it can be 13. Using both my feet and a hand, it can be 3, 8, 13, and 18. Now, when you're using it here as 3, it's 5 and 3. When you're using it like this, as an 8, it's 10 with 8, or it's 10 with 3. When you're using 2 hands and a foot, it's 5, 10, 15, right? And bringing me out to 13, right? Doesn't matter how I do it. 5, 10, 15, 18. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 18. This finger, okay, is less than every other finger. It's 3, 8, 13, and 18. This one becomes 4, 9. Sorry, it becomes 2, 4, 7. It becomes 2, 4, 7, 9, 12, 14, 17, and 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So when you count, and now while you're doing this, when you're adding 5, then you can count. Then you add 10, then you can count. So you go from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20. Also to note that we didn't go over this, or maybe we did. I forget where I was going with my last piece, so I just gave up on it for now. Okay, I hope you don't mind. There's 2 comments I have to go and look for. Yeah, and then when you go bowling, you have to know what fingers you use. You put in your balls, right? The fingers you put in the balls are these 3 fingers over here. So when you're counting also, I just want to take this off. Yes, I remember what I started to do before, and I missed doing it. I'm going to get back to it right now, right? I'm just going to add it onto a new page. Is your base creation of A, B, C, D, right? You take the A, D, and the B, C, where it's the 2 and the 3, and it's the 1 and the 4. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, equals to 5 and 4 equals to 9. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, equals to 6 and 5 equals to 11. Your A, B, C, D equals to 10 and 24. And then you have the B, C, D, okay, which equals to 2, 3, 4 equals to what is 9? And if you multiply it, it equals to 24. You're going to see more often in my work how different numbers connect. These 2 come together very often in 19, right? 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 is 9, and 10 equals to 19. Brings 2 worlds together. So here we have A, B, C, okay? 1, 2, 3, okay? And that'll equal to 6, and that'll equal to 6. This will equal to 33. This will equal to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3, and this will equal to 33. 2 times 3 times 4 is 24 and 9. But the thing about these 2 is your BCD and your ABC is your 6 and 9 rotation, and that comes out of the number 33. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, equals to what is 6 and 9 equals to 15. So everything stemmed out from your A, B, C, D equals to 10. J is that letter. So you can see N19 is a 10. S19 is the only letter in the alphabet that reduces to 10 before it reduces to 1. There's no other like it. It brings 2 systems together. It brings the 9/11 system together. Have you seen it? But before we get there, we're going to end this on a little tennis note. There's been many people that are asking about tennis. How come we get 15-15? Saturn square is made up of all 15s, right? Now the thing about Saturn square being made up of all 15s, it sends everything into a different order. So in basic order, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, this equals to 10. So now we're going to reverse it, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to do 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, and it equals to 30. But it's the 6 and 9 equals to 15, and it's a 7 and 8 equals to 15. And once we're doing all that, we're left over with the 5 position. So we have add 1 and add 2, and that's how our tennis works. 30 and 10, and then the winner takes it all. The total value in here is 40 plus 5. So for the 40 you already got. Once you win the game, you pick up the entire 40. 40 plus the 5 heart of the center. The total is 45. It just so happens ironically that Fox equals to 45 in the long count. In the short count, okay, in the short count, Fox equals to 6 and 6 and 6, equaling to 18. The 24th letter, and the 15th letter, and the 6th letter. Now there's math that goes on with this as well. We're not going to get into the math. Also to note, when we have all our fingers on our hands, it becomes 5 and 1 and 6 and 2. So everything is a multiple of the movement of number 5. And if you notice, 5, 1, 6, 2, right, is what the Queen and Mars comes to be. And it's right here on this dice cube where you have 5 and 1, and you invert it to 6 and 2. 5 and 1, 6 and 2. We also spoke about 5775. When you multiply it by 13, it equals to 75, 075 for moons. If you want to see something ironic, that's 1776, or 888, or 592, or 444, or 290, is it 296, or 222? Or 111. We're not going to do the 111. We're going to hold it off. But what it is this is times 8 equals 1776. This is times 6 equals 1776. This is times 4. Just so happens there's 86,400 seconds in a day. It just so happens the sun is 86,400,000 whatever diameter or distance. This one over here, okay, whoop, multiplied times 3, right, equals 1776, times 2, times 1. When I add this up, 14, 18, 9, 21, 22, 23, 24, times the average of what it is, 74, equals 1776. This is the heart of numbers. This divides the gate. This times 16 will also equal to 1776, and I'll explain that a little bit after. I'm not really sure if I finished. The 44 is going to create night and day. 16 and 8 equals to the 24. It's going to divide the night and the day, the 24 hours. 16 to the day, 8 to the night. 1 and 6 is 7. Remember how 7 and 8 come together. When I add up this over here, I get 6, 8, 14, 16, 20, 26, I get 28. When I add up this here, 7, 15, 24, 28, 38, 39. And I add this one over here, it's 28, 39, 28. Or how about 1, 3, 1? The same thing as having the rotation in the leap years, 13, 31, 13. Oh yes, I remember what I wanted to show you is that not only me, but it's been shown all over the world in all the casinos. Remember, there's a difference between amateur, which is the soul, and then what is professional. It's not the same thing. And for some reason, I forgot what I was looking for again. Wow. Anyways, it's in here. Just give me a second. Let me find it. Just 1 second, I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I remember what it is. Okay. Let's see if it's in here. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. It's orphan, orphelin, Morpheus, right? Orpheus, orphelin. This is the orphan children. On this side, right, you'll see 57. On this side, you'll see 75, 57, 75. I didn't create this. So now we're going to do this. This is our cycle, right? 1, 3, 1, right? And that cycle runs through, why don't we use this name here? You ever see this name? E5, I9, N14, 28, 39, 28. Einstein, 1, 3, 1. Neptune is a little bit different. Neptune is 19, 19, 21, and 20 is 41, and 16, 57. 3 by 19 is 57. We now fit into this water moon that we have, where memory is collected and then spit at us every single month. They collect the water inside the moon, the energy, the information, and they spit it out at us. But 1 and 9 equals to 10, 7 and 5 equals to 12, 1 on 9 equals to 10 equals to 32. But when you reduce it, 1, 3, 1, the same numbers come out of it. And this one is into the moon. This is your 12, and here's another 12. Here is where you bring two worlds together. Here is where you run the cycles between your birth in the E world. Here is 5 and 5. Here it's 5 and 9. 5 and 5 is sky pass. And E is in the same family. It's in the E family, but it gets all switched over. When we go into Chaldean or Gematria or other places, numbers get switched over. The numbers get switched over with the alphabet, and then we have to come up with that new formation. So I think we're going to keep it short like this. If anybody's got any questions, don't hesitate. Please ask. It's a little late. It's time for me to get to bed. It happens to be the 79th minute of the day. One of the things I did want to talk about is number 71. Would you like me to talk about number 71? Right? Or if you want to talk about, how about this? Let's just do a couple of them, right? 71 minutes is 1 hour and 11. 7:24. 7 hours, 24 minutes. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Is 444. Here is with the dots, here's without the dots. How are we going to look at this different? Right? Should we look at the dots as talking about the two moons of Mars? Or we talk at the one dot down here talking about the Earth's singular moon? If you want to look at 9:15, that'll be 555. If you want to talk about, I'm just trying to look at 11:06, 666. You want to talk about 3:33? So how about 5 hours, 33 minutes is 333. So we got 333. Now 222, right? 222 is 3 hours and 42 minutes. 111 is 1 hour and 51 minutes. 777 is going to be 12 hours and 57 minutes. So we're going to stop. So you notice, once I get to 7, now I'm going to show you something. 444, 2 and 4 is 6. 555, 1 and 5 is 6. 533, 3 and 3 is 6. 6 is 6. 5 and 1 is 6. 4 and 2 is 6. But the minute I get outside the cube, 5 and 7 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. If we want to bring on to the next hour of 888, right? That's going to be 14 hours. 15 hours. No, 14 hours is going to be 8:40 and 48 minutes. And then we're going to get to 999, and that's going to be 17 hours, right? 17 hours is 1,020, right? No, I think I got that wrong. It's going to be 16 hours, right? 16 hours is 960 and 39. So when you look into the next realm, take a look what we got. 7 and 5, 12. 4 and 8, 12. 3 and 9, 12. So you tell me the numbers are perfect or they're not perfect at all. Yeah, I know Pegasus. I know Pegasus, Andromeda. I didn't know it was a fox close to the fox. I'm not sure which fox you're talking about. I didn't know that, but thank you very much. Show me, send me pictures, send me. Teach me the zodiac. Let me learn more. Let me see what's happening. the skeleton, everything that's moving behind the word, right, are the numbers. And with those numbers, we can know everything, right? And with the word, we can know more. Oh yeah, the numbers are also, you can see how perfect it is, right? So if I want to go to my second realm, right, of 71 minutes, right, I'm going to look at 222, and that'll be 2 times 71 is 222, or 3 times 71 is 333, right? 369, right? 369. And then this one will be 8, 10 equaling to 1. This will be 10, 11 equaling to 2. This is 4 by 71 equals to 444. And then 5 times 71 will equal to 555. And then 6 times 71, right, will equal to 6 hours and 66 minutes, and it doesn't exist, right? We can't do this one, so everything has to stop here. Also to note, it stops there, but so really does the dice cube. You only can see like this, there's 5 and 1 goaltender. All receivers, one inlet, 5 outlets. 5 inlets, 1 outlet. 5 and 1. That's the way it works. That's why when you put the 5 and 1, you flip it over, it's a 6 and 2. 1 through 5 equals 15. 2 through 6 equals to 20. You can't have both of them. This is your base creation. And the running around the cube is all 14s. 3 and 11 is 14. Running the cube is all 14s. I'm not sure where else we have gone. We haven't gone. There's a lot of things, but I'm tired. Time for my bed, and I appreciate it. I'm just going to wash my hands, and I brushed my teeth before, but I'm drinking tea. Luna, are you ready for bed, Luna? Oi, 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 Luna. Luna, you ready for bed? Yeah? You ready for bed, Luna? Yes. Yes, we're going to go to bed. You going to take care of me tonight? Having a lot of heart pain. I don't like it. Although I know there's another world, I want to be able to complete what I am in this world that I am right now. Although when I move on to the next world, I'll still be alive. You know what I'm saying? I'll still be alive. You know what's funny? That's what's funny about death, right? Only you know you never die. You can see yourself dying, right? But you're being passed on and passed over. And the word pass is 55, right? We have the pigskin on the football, and we'll go over that another day. We also know that the CFL and the NFL is different, and there's reasons and there's stories about it. We also have to note before I end this, right, okay, is that all the towers in 2001, each tower had something in common. It was 11, 11, 11, or 222. Does anybody know that? The Tower 7 had 47 floors. 4 and 7 is 11. The 110 plug-in, the 110 floors, but no one talks about when you take 36 numbers, the heart that connects the 36 numbers, the heart over here that connects the 36 numbers where these cubes are, right? That is 111. Now the Twin Towers might have went down. They mentioned 110. There's a door on the roof, making it the door from the first floor to the last floor that only has one cube on the roof. And that's the entrance to the roof. And that's floor 111. So when the towers actually went down, right, It was 111, 111, 48. It was Pluto on the top of Tower 7. 4 and 8, 12, 1 and 2, 3. It was 3, 3, 3 when the towers went down. So I think we have to reassociate and understand those numbers. There were two things that bothered me all my life. I couldn't figure out why my father kept giving away 40% of his money he earned, and that everybody was going to church and saying God is everywhere and where's God, and nobody can actually explain it. And all my life, when I was 10 years old, I was having dreams about the alphabet. They were scary dreams. My mother doesn't like when I talk about numbers. But again, when I turned 41, it started to happen again to me. When I started to dream about numbers and shapes and mathematical equations, in which I went to the hospital, of course. I saw the lady in the sky, and it was just crazy after that. Dream after dream after night, waking up and writing on everything. I mean, I had more tattoos removable on me than anybody else. I wrote on everything, right? I wrote on everything. I even have my own personal mirror over here. That's my karma mirror. See the soul within karma without the E? It's the AM without the E in karma. That E world has taken over something in our AM. Instead of it being 14, right, it became 19, adding the E into it. AME. A transfers into the E. This is three worlds. It's 1V1. It can be 11V equaling to 3 Earth. It could be V11 equaling to 7 Saturn. 7 Uranus and Earth coming together. And then Earth comes into Neptune. And Mars, okay, Mars, right, will go down into Uranus. In the 11th house, Mars goes into Uranus. Earth goes into Neptune. Otherwise, Earth is into Uranus and Mars goes into Saturn. V minus 1 is 4, V plus 1 is 6. You're talking about Mars right over here. And also when you see this, it's cat's ears, but when you see a point, it means it's distance and angle. Your canine, your arm or your Mars in karma. Thank you, Cynthia. I am going to my bed to rest my head to wake up in the morning, wherever that morning might be. Good night. Another thing to show you is when you put your hands like this and you count, you have 6 fingers. If I shake your hand, right? If I shake your hand, right? Your hand and the 2 thumbs, they touch. But if I come to you, right? And I put my hand this way, okay? Or no, let's do it another way. If I give you a high 10, this is 10 onto 10. But if I slap you this way, your thumb and my thumb don't see each other. And that's a 66 crossing over. Leaving my body on this side, your body on that side. We're wider. Peace and love. Just have to see where my phone is before I shut down. Where's my phone before I shut down? Anyways, I'll find it. Take care. Have a good night. Please share, save, help the channel. Help the channel. You know, things I used to tell some of the people I used to work with. I used to be what they call is the, I wasn't the boss. I was just basically they won't let me write anything. Wow. It won't let me cut and paste. I don't understand. It's not letting me do a lot of things. I don't get it. The right side of my mouse is not working. I don't know why. Just give me a second. Wow, the right side of my mouse is not working. I need another mouse or, wait a second, let me see here. No, let me see if it's working anywhere else. Hold on a second. Let me see. Just give me a minute. No, it's not. The right side of my mouse won't let me do anything. I don't know why. Okay, so where am I? Yeah, it's moving really slow, everything. I don't know why. Eternal light of the Creator. The head is going down.